Watch this video every day and change your life. If you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or like the world is pressing down on you, then listen closely, because what I'm about to share is not just theory, it's a blueprint. A strong mindset isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, brick by brick, choice by choice. And when you master it, you discover a power inside you that can withstand rejection, failure, loneliness, and fear. That power is already in you, waiting to be awakened. Now, let me ask you something. How many times have you given up on yourself because things didn't happen fast enough? How many times did you look at others succeeding and think, maybe it's not for me? That little voice in your head telling you you're not ready, you're not enough, you're too late. It's a lie. The truth is, everything you want starts with your mindset. And today, we're breaking down the exact steps to make your mind unshakable, no matter what life throws at you. So let's begin with the very first step. The first step to building a strong mindset is patience. And I know patience doesn't sound exciting. In fact, it sounds boring, especially in today's world where everything is about speed. You can order food and it shows up at your door in 20 minutes. You can click a button and watch a whole season of your favorite show without waiting for next week's episode. We are trained to expect instant results. But life, the life you really want, doesn't work like that. Greatness is slow cooked, not microwaved. Think about a farmer planting seeds. For weeks, maybe even months, there's no sign of progress, no sprout, no green leaf pushing through the soil. But underneath, the roots are digging deep, forming a foundation strong enough to hold what's about to grow. That's what patience gives you. The strength beneath the surface. When you learn to wait, to keep moving forward without seeing immediate results, you develop mental endurance. And that endurance separates those who quit from those who win. Denzel Washington once said, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship." Let that sink in. If you're always looking for shortcuts, you'll never develop the resilience you need when life tests you. Patience forces you to trust the process, to accept that greatness takes time. Think about the people you admire. Their success didn't come overnight. It came from years of silent preparation, of staying disciplined even when nobody was clapping for them. So the next time you feel like quitting because things are moving too slowly, remember this: you're not being delayed, you're being prepared. The roots are growing, your foundation is forming, and when it's time, your breakthrough will come, and it will be unstoppable. Now let's move to the second step, which is being proactive. Because while patience is about trusting the process, being proactive is about stepping into it with courage. Too many people wait. They wait for the right moment. They wait until they feel ready. They wait for a perfect opportunity. But let me tell you something. There is no perfect moment. There never will be. The right time to act is the moment you decide. Life rewards action. Every time you hesitate, you're handing your power to fear. Every time you delay, you're letting opportunities slip by. How many dreams have died because someone said, "I'll do it tomorrow"? Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And suddenly you're left with regret instead of results. Being proactive means taking responsibility for your life. It means you stop blaming circumstances, stop waiting for someone else to save you, and instead, if it's going to happen, it's up to me. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to feel fearless. You just need to take the first step. Because once you start, momentum kicks in, and momentum is powerful. Picture a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, but as it moves, it gathers more snow, more weight, more speed, until it becomes unstoppable. That's what happens when you take action. You might start small, making one phone call, writing one page, taking one walk. But each choice builds on the next, and soon, you're creating a force in your life that nothing can stop. Denzel Washington is famous for saying, "Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish." That's what being proactive is all about. Commitment to starting, no matter how small, and consistency in showing up even when it's hard. So, if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Start the project, make the call, apply for the job, talk to the person. Take the first step toward your dream today, because the longer you wait, the heavier your excuses become. And excuses are just regrets in disguise. Patience and proactivity. At first, they might sound like opposites. One is about waiting, the other about acting, but together they form the foundation of a strong mindset. Patience teaches you that real growth takes time. Proactivity teaches you that time is valuable and it's your responsibility to use it wisely. When you combine the two, you stop rushing, but you also stop waiting. You move with purpose, with discipline, with faith that your actions are leading you somewhere powerful. Now that you've planted the seeds of patience and proactivity, the next challenge is learning how to deal with the unknown, because life will never stay the same. Change is guaranteed. And that brings us to the third step, being open to change. Most people fear change. We love our routines, our comfort zones, our predictable little patterns. But here's the truth. Nothing grows in the comfort zone. It feels safe, but safety can become a prison. The greatest athletes, leaders, and thinkers didn't get where they are by staying comfortable. They embraced change, even when it scared them. Think of change like a storm. Yes, it's messy. Yes, it can be uncomfortable. But storms also bring fresh air. They water the earth. They clear away what no longer belongs. Change does the same for your life. It forces you to grow, to adapt, to discover strengths you didn't even know you had. When life shifts, whether it's a new job, a breakup, a financial setback, you have two choices: resist it or embrace it. If you resist, you get stuck, bitter, and eventually broken. If you embrace it, you learn, you adapt, and you rise stronger. Denzel Washington once said, "To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did." Change is the gateway to that something you've never had. If you want a stronger, more resilient mind, you must be willing to walk through that gateway. So ask yourself, when change comes knocking, are you running from it or learning from it? This brings us to the fourth step, letting go. And this one might be the hardest of all. We all carry baggage, regrets from yesterday, pain from past mistakes, bitterness toward people who hurt us. But here's the problem. When you hold on to the past, you can't move forward. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of bricks. You won't make it far before the weight crushes you. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean what happened was okay. It means you refuse to let the past control your present. Imagine holding a glass of water at arm's length. At first, it feels light, but the longer you hold it, the heavier it gets until your arm starts to ache. That's what holding on to grudges, failures, and regrets does to your soul. The longer you hold them, the heavier they become until you collapse under their weight. True strength is not found in clinging, it's found in releasing. When you let go, you create space for something better. You create freedom in your heart, peace in your mind, and room in your life for new opportunities. You cannot change the past, but you can shape your future. And letting go is how you take that power back. Now, once you've learned to embrace change and let go of what doesn't serve you, you'll need something to keep you moving forward, and that is hope. Step 5 is staying hopeful. Hope is oxygen for the soul. Without it, you suffocate in despair. With it, you can survive even the darkest nights. Hope isn't naive. It doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. Hope is the decision to believe that no matter how hard today feels, tomorrow holds something better. Denzel Washington has said many times that falling down is inevitable, but getting up is optional. Hope is what gives you the courage to get up. When everything feels lost, when your dreams look shattered, when the pain feels unbearable, hope whispers, "Not yet. Keep going. This isn't the end." Think about history's greatest breakthroughs. They often happened right after the darkest struggles. A person fighting an illness finally finds healing. An entrepreneur bankrupt 3 times finally creates a business that changes the world. An artist rejected for years finally shares work that inspires millions. Without hope, none of those stories would exist. Hope is a choice. You don't stumble into it, you decide to hold it. And when you hold hope, you create light, not only for yourself, but also for the people around you. Your hope can become someone else's courage. So let's recap what you've added to your mental arsenal so far. Patience to endure the journey, proactivity to take control, openness to change so you can adapt, the courage to let go so you're not chained by the past, and hope to fuel your steps forward. Together, these aren't just abstract ideas, they're living practices. They're muscles that get stronger the more you use them. You've come this far, and that already shows commitment. But building a strong mindset doesn't stop with hope. The next step is one most people overlook, even though it shapes everything about your life: checking your thoughts. Step 6 is about mastering the conversation happening in your head. Because here's the truth: your thoughts become your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'll never make it, then your actions will follow that script. You will unconsciously sabotage your own progress. But if you choose thoughts that are empowering, I am capable, I can endure this, I'm growing stronger every day, then your mind starts to believe it and your behavior changes to match. Think of your thoughts like seeds. Plant negative ones and your life becomes a field of weeds. Plant positive, empowering ones, and you'll grow a garden of confidence, strength, and peace. Denzel Washington once put it this way: dreams without goals remain dreams, just dreams. And your goals begin in the mind. Before you achieve them in the real world, you must win them in your thoughts. So whenever a negative voice creeps in, challenge it. Ask, is this really true, or is this just fear talking? Replace lies with truths. Replace doubts with determination. Over time, this simple habit transforms your mindset from fragile to unshakable. But here's something equally important. Even with strong thoughts, life will still knock you down. Which is why step 7 is learning that it's okay not to be okay. Society often tells us to be strong by pretending we're fine, by hiding our struggles. But real strength isn't pretending. Real strength is honesty. It's looking in the mirror and saying, yes, I'm hurting. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I'm scared. And still deciding to keep moving forward. Being vulnerable is not weakness, it's courage. When you admit you're struggling, you give yourself permission to heal. And healing is what creates real power. Denzel Washington once said, fall forward. Don't hide your failures, don't cover your pain, use them. Every setback carries a lesson, and every lesson builds resilience. It's okay to cry, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to admit you don't have it all figured out, because strong people aren't the ones who never struggle, they're the ones who keep showing up, even with scars. So, the next time life feels heavy, remember, it's okay not to be okay. Just don't stay there. Use your struggle as fuel for your comeback. And finally, step 8, never stop learning. This step is the anchor that holds everything else together, because the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. And the moment you stop growing, you start dying inside. Learning isn't about memorizing facts in a classroom. It's about staying open, curious, and hungry. It's about expanding your perspective, meeting people who challenge your thinking, exploring new skills, and feeding your mind with wisdom every single day. Every book you read, every course you take, every new experience you embrace adds another tool to your toolbox. And the more tools you have, the stronger you become when life throws obstacles your way. Think about the most successful people in the world. They never stop learning. Denzel Washington himself has said, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later, you're going to get a haircut. What does that mean? It means that if you keep putting yourself in environments where growth happens, you'll eventually grow too. Surround yourself with wisdom, with mentors, with challenges, and you'll evolve into the person you were meant to be. So keep learning, keep pushing, keep asking questions. Stay humble enough to know you don't know everything, and brave enough to explore what you don't yet understand. That curiosity will keep your mind sharp, your heart strong, and your spirit alive. Now, let's bring this all together. Building a strong mindset isn't about one single moment of inspiration. It's about daily choices. Patience teaches you to trust the process. Proactivity pushes you to act. Openness to change helps you adapt. Letting go frees your spirit. Hope fuels your perseverance. Mastering your thoughts shapes your reality. Embracing vulnerability keeps you human. And lifelong learning ensures you never stop evolving. This isn't just a list, it's a lifestyle, a discipline, a commitment to becoming stronger every single day. And when you live this way, nothing, no setback, no rejection, no failure can break you. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs a reminder of their own strength. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what step hit you the hardest. And if you're serious about building your mindset, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of motivation. Remember, your mind is the battlefield where victories are won and lost. Train it, guard it, strengthen it. And as Denzel Washington reminds us, without commitment, you'll never start, but without consistency, you'll never finish. Stay committed, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. Keep moving forward, keep growing, and never forget you are stronger than you think.